The event is known as Passport DC, a month-long journey around the world highlighting Washington DC's thriving international diplomatic community and its lively and varied culture. It's celebrated annually in May, which is International Cultural Awareness Month in Washington, D.C., the capital of the United States of America. Passport DC is 31 days of programming by embassies and some of DC's very best cultural institutions. It is organized in phases. Thousands of people enjoy the popular embassy open houses, street festivals, performances, exhibitions, workshops, and more. It is an opportunity to experience a trip around the world without leaving the city.
So what have you experienced? What have you seen?
Yeah, so we learned a lot about Kenya. We saw some beautiful cloths and beads, and we learned about the flag and the colors and what they mean, and a bit about the culture, and that you're celebrating 60 years of independence soon.
Wow, tasted our food?
Yeah, I had a samosa. It was very good, very delicious, yeah.
Yes, the world just got smaller and friendlier to many of the visitors.
I've seen some of the eggs, the soapstone eggs, some of the clothing that Kenya has to offer.
We call it Masai Shuka.
Yeah, the wraps there.
The wraps, yes, yes.
And then I had some of the food, which was fantastic.
You've tasted our food?
Yeah, bread and potatoes.
What's your impression about the event, about the Kenyan stand?
It is colorful. It's very inviting.
Okay. Are you now feeling like you want to visit Kenya?
Absolutely.
Have you ever been to Kenya, no?
No, but I would like to.
You'd like to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go through Kenya Airways.
You will come through Kenya Airways?
Have to.
Wow, fantastic.
I heard that it's not too bad. It's about a 14-hour flight from America to Kenya. So I'm excited.
Okay. Yeah. So where do you live? Where do you come from in the U.S.?
Chicago.
Okay, you live in Chicago.
Grew up in Chicago most of my life. Yeah.
And how did you know about this event?
Well, I just moved to DC and I had some friends, and I've always wanted to visit Kenya, so I wanted to stop by the stand.
Kenya's embassy in Washington, D.C. is located on 2249 R Street Northwest. There are over 60 embassies in this location, neighboring each other.
Our biggest resource is our people. As you can see, we have the most stands. You can see our line is all the way back to about 5 blocks. And it's because of the people presenting here, actually Kenyans. Some mix of diaspora and people from Kenya who have invited to come and do a demonstration of our culture. We also have our eco-trade demonstration. We have the EPZ street for the Minister of Trade. It's a big day, it's a closed day out. You walk around, you see all embassies are open and they are showcasing their culture.
Mimi naitwa Alice Kashu kutoka Narok.
Kutoka Narok, all the way?
All the way kutoka Narok County. Lakini nakuaga Masai Mara ndani ya park.
Okay.
Pande ya Kikorok.
Wewe ufanya nini huko?
Mimi nafanya kuuza curios, hizi vitu za Kimasai, African vitu zenye zimetengenezwa na Wamasai na jumla kwa Kenya. Tunauzia wazungu huko Masai Mara, lakini sasa tumekuja huku kutafutia market. Tuone kama tutapata njia ya kuuza kwa wingi, kwa sababu pale wageni saa ingine wanakuwa hakuna. Muda wa season ni kidogo, lakini tukifaulu kupata customer pande hii, tutafaulu, tutaweza kufanya biashara mwaka mzima.
Hii ndio mara yako ya kwanza kuenda kuuza abroad ama huwa unaenda?
Nimeenda China, nimeenda Dubai, nimeenda Afrika, nchi zingine kina Botswana.
Umedea abroad?
Yes.
Asante sana. Wow, thank you for being on Daring Abroad.
Thank you very much, Binashukuru.
Yeah, the Kenyan products that come to the US are coffee, tea, we have the nuts, we have the horticultural products, and we also have the textile products, which are actually the main products that access this market. Textile is big, it accounts for around 60% of our exports to this market.
The founder of this fascinating annual event is Jan Duplain, who has great networks with embassies and runs a public relations firm.
I was here at the very beginning 16 years ago when we launched the first Passport DC Around the World Embassy Tour. And Kenya has been here from the beginning. We love Kenya. I have been to your fabulous, wonderful country. I've been on safari there. And it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful country. Of all the countries of Africa, it's one of the best at the top.
What inspired you to begin this event?
I wanted to bring people together in Washington, and I feel that when people know each other and they break bread together and they interact with each other, then all the stereotypes that you have fall away. When we have a personal relationship, everything changes. And that's what I wanted to do, was bring all the countries together. My father was a newspaper man and flew around the world. And he saw the world where many Americans, we are travelers, but many have ideas of what Africa is, but they don't understand the beauty and the power of Africa.
Now, the diplomatic community of Washington, D.C. is the largest and most influential diplomatic community in the world. The Director of Cultural Diplomacy in Kenya's Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Anne Wanjohi, was here too, spreading the word about Kenya's culture.
Our directorate have the mandate to promote the rich cultural diversity that is in Kenya. We also do sports and arts diplomacy, where we take care of the sportsmen and women and how we can use sports and arts to promote our culture.
Such events play a big role in promoting Kenya's tourism sector. The US remains Kenya's largest source market of international tourists.
And so that is why you saw the large number that turned out in front of the embassy. 4,000 people were here. You saw them during that exercise. It's an annual event, and we look forward to even greater participation from Kenya next year. You saw we had even people from the Kenya Airways or even from the exporters of Kenyan products, but would like to have it more.
What do you know Kenya for?
I know Kenya for its music mostly and its wildlife.
Wildlife.
A lot of wildlife.
So you should come and experience the wildlife.
They say, yeah, the safari is supposed to be pretty good. And the flight's not too bad, so I'll look into it.
Yeah, great. Thank you so much.